that you bros over there? Welcome back. Today I have the opportunity to take a look at the Transformers, the movie, Decepticon, Frenzy, in parentheses, who is red. As for the contents, this is what we get inside the packaging. We get Frenzy himself. We get also his Power Driver arms. We get his blasters, and we get his instruction manual, which was basically the same as what we got previously with Rumble, who is blue. As for the details, guys, here we are zoomed in to take a closer look at Frenzy. He's called Decepticon Frenzy by Studio Series, but I call him Frenzy. So taking a look at Frenzy, he is a very small figure. He is a cassette bot. So check out the details on this cassette bot. Basically, it is molded out of the black plastic and also red plastic. The red plastic is for the hips and for the thighs. And then the rest of the figure is pretty much molded in black plastic, which is painted red over top of the black. And then also you got the gray bits for the toes right there, basically for the feet that fold up. Basically, as we know, Frenzy is looking good. The paint details on this figure are spot on. I don't see any paint bleeds or anything like that, so I'm definitely liking the way this figure's turned out. So let's go ahead and check out the articulation on this little guy. As when it comes to the articulation on this figure, it has ball joints, so the shoulder right here can rotate all the way around. And like I was telling you guys, it was painted red right here because you can see the inside of it being black. There is no waist swivel. The leg kicks up this high. The knee bends more than 90, and that's probably due to transformation. There is a toe rocker right here, and that's because of transformation also. The leg can go out this high if you would like to have him do a side kick. But we all know these little guys don't do a lot of kicking. They do a lot of pounding. And then the head, it can rotate left and right. It can look up because that's due to transformation, but it can't really look down but that much. But if you really consider it looking down, other than that, I mean, this is a pretty good articulated small figure, and I really don't have any complaints for what its function really is. So before we take a look at the comparisons, I want to go ahead and show off the accessories that came with Frenzy. So basically, Frenzy came with his 2 power drivers and also his blaster. For his blasters, if you really want, you could put it on his forearm. You just peg it right here because there's a little hole. And now you can have Frenzy doing his best to wield a weapon to take out the Autobots. But I'm definitely loving those power drivers and remind me of a little baby's kids on the scene to cause a lot of drama and problems for the Autobots. So to start off my comparisons, here I have Rumble, which is the 86 version, standing beside the 86 version of Frenzy. Now that we know the difference, here on the left is Rumble, and here on the right is Frenzy. There is no debating. In the cartoon show, this is what we got. We're not talking about what happened in Japan. We're talking about what happened in America. So basically, looking at these 2 figures, they are basically identical, except the paint color schemes is different. Rumble is blue, Frenzy is red. When looking at them together, they're both 2 out of 6 minions that Soundwaves has that I'm glad Hasbro has now finally completed. Now I just wish they would bring on Ratbat and Laserbeak in like a 2-pack or something, or an upgrade kit or something, so we could finish Soundwave and all of his little minions. So continuing the comparisons, here I've added the Studio 86 series Wheelie to see how big Wheelie is compared to the cassette tapes. And not only that, I also added some Siege Battle Masters. I can't remember their name right now, but these are the closest things I had on my shelf to show you the size and scaling of the current Studio Series 86 cassette tape bots in their robot mode. And for my final comparison, here we have the Transformers Netflix Soundwave figure right here with all 4 of the minions that have been released. 2 of the minions, Laserbeak and Ravage, came with them in the Netflix packaging, Walmart exclusive from a while ago. But now they've given us the Studio 86 series Rumble And followed by that, we have Frenzy. So yes, we have 4 out of the 6 members that I remember truly being used. You do have the Energon mining cassette tape, which we don't have. That would be cool to get. I can't remember if it came in the Centurion drone kit, but if it did, I don't know where I put it, so it's somewhere in my collection. But yes, bring on Rat Bat and bring on Laserbeak, hopefully in a 2-pack. It doesn't force you to purchase another Soundwave. But if they give us a Sound Blaster in this Netflix version, I might be in for that. And before I get to transformation, I just want to show you that you can put Frenzy in his power driver mode. Basically just flip his little hands in just like that, open them up like that. Do the same thing right here. This is not transformation, guys. I'm just showing you how the accessory works. And then you just slide his hand right up in here, real nice. And now he has the power driver arms. And now we can get Frenzy in a more stance that would cater to his power driver arms. So here we have both right there. And they look good. And I like the way that they both can do that. So now it's time for transformation. And the transformation on this figure is pretty cool and pretty much the same as what we got with Rumble. So let's go ahead and get it started. Pop off the power drivers and the guns off the shoulders. Once you pop that off, move it out of the way. And now pretty much the head already came back that way. Basically rotate it so it's looking behind. Pop the head down. Now what you want to do is rotate the arms up like this to start to form the top of the cassette. Once you got them rotated, they'll just pop in, or it's not very complicated, guys. So then what you want to do is I'm going to go ahead and flip these in because they're going to do that anyway because I got fat fingers. And then you're going to fold up the legs as you see right here and accordion them so that it will, this leg right here, I turned it the wrong way, guys, so that it will fold in. And now we have that cassette tape appearance for his transformation. And then basically you just want to have the hands just peg right in there. So now we have him Frenzy in his cassette mode. So now that we have Decepticon Frenzy transformed into his alt mode, this is what we get. And this is the iconic tape that we want with our Soundwave that we were hoping that we got with the Netflix, where we got all of them, but we didn't get all, we just got 2. But like I said, the way it looks, it turns out great. You have the cassette pieces right there, the dials to wind the tape. You have the tape label right there, the black and the red, possibly to imitate the little taping that goes inside of the cassette tape to be wound up. So that's pretty cool, and I like how accurate it turned out, and it definitely resembles the G1 character in its cassette form. So now it's time for comparisons, and here I have Decepticon Frenzy with his fellow other cassette bots, and not only that, his master Soundwave, which is the Netflix Soundwave, which was a Walmart exclusive that came with the Ravage and Laserbeak tapes. But now we have the Studio 86 Frenzy, Rumble, and then I also have up there, just for size comparisons, here we have Wheelie. So let me just move Wheelie to the front so you can see. Wheelie is definitely bigger because he is a core class figure, which is the same as Frenzy, but we know Frenzy is much smaller than Wheelie because Wheelie is an actual scout. So, like I said, these are the same classes, but definitely different size figures, as you can see, especially when you saw them in robot mode, how Wheelie was way taller than Frenzy. So now that I moved him out the way, so here we go with more cassette comparisons. Here we have all of Soundwave's minions except for Rat Bat and also Buzzsaw. But basically, they interact with Soundwave. If you have Soundwave in his robot mode, then you could use these right here. They all got little pegs. You can flip the peg out right here and use these as little armors for Soundwave. But if you got Soundwave, the best part you want to do, push the button, and then you can go ahead and slide in one of your cassettes. It just slides in. If you got everything in compressed tight, it goes this way, and then it just closes up in there. And now we have Decepticon Frenzy inside of Soundwave. And you push the button, and it's supposed to release, but sometimes these guys get a little bit too thick or whatever, or things may not be compressed all the way. So therefore, you just have to play with the cassette alt mode to make sure each one fits in very snug. So here we have Rumble. As you see, well, it just slides in and push it in all the way. And here you go. And like I said, this one's an even tighter fit than when I put in Frenzy. So now it's time for this portion of my review where I like to do the Yeah Bro pickup or path segment, where I like to share my opinions and my thoughts on this recent pickup to hopefully inform you, so that in case you're looking at this figure on the shelf, you have some things to keep in mind and consider when making a purchase to either add to your collection or ultimately deciding to pass. So guys, this is a definite pickup for me. If you see this at your local toy store or if you see it on online retail, definitely pick it up, because this Frenzy character right here is definitely a repaint of Rumble, which is a very good repaint on my copy. The paint details are terrific. They definitely highlight Frenzy on his cassette mode and also in his robot mode. Yes, it is a remold of Rumble, but basically a repaint, because we know they're both the same molds, they're just painted differently. And the execution and playability on this figure is a terrific amount of fun, because it has a cassette mode which interacts with Soundwave, not only being able to put it in the cassette deck, but also using him as armor when in robot mode. And then in addition, from the cassette mode, he also has a robot mode to interact with other Transformers, including Soundwave, and cause destruction upon the Autobots. So yes, this is a definite pickup in my book. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of this figure, I end up getting my copy from Amazon.com, where I pre-ordered for $11.99 plus taxes. So the link is posted below in the description if you would like to go there to pick up a copy of this figure. I'm not sure if it's still in stock, but with it being a new figure, it should come back in stock shortly if it is already sold out. If you find it at your local toy store, whether it be Walmart, Target, or online retailer, definitely pick it up, because the figure is worth picking up and adding to your collection. As always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. By doing these 4 actions, it shows my channel a tremendous amount of support as a YouTube content creator, and not only that, positive feedback. Thank you once again for spending your time watching my video, and until next time, yeah bro, I'll see you soon. And P.S. guys, don't forget to turn on your notification bell for my channel, because it definitely notifies you once new content has been uploaded for you to check out at your earliest convenience. Thank you.